Okay, hi, it's Jules Muller, founder and CEO of Chicks Connect, and we're super excited to have Sherry, Joe, and Stephanie with us on our Chair Chick University April 2016. And today we're going over the Chair Chick University application. And so this application needs to be filled out by anyone interested in launching a chapter. And so the first section really talks about the different types of chapters that we have. So essentially you would fill in your name and the date, and then you would check all that apply. So I'm interested in launching a local chapter, and so you would check that if that's the truth, and then you'd put your city and your state. And in Joe's case, he would even write the country because he is from Canada, so that's exciting. So outside the US, which is great. Then I'm interested in launching an online chapter. So some people really have a busy life and they aren't interested in driving to a physical location, or they want to connect with people all over the globe. And if that's the case, you can launch an online chapter and we'll help you do that. I'm interested in launching a Chicks Connect mastermind format. That's our regular weekly meetings. And in those meetings, I'll talk about the actual agenda for those meetings, but essentially it's discussing the weekly Chicks Connect growth and development activity for about 20 minutes, then featuring on one of the members for about 10 minutes, helping them brainstorm, listening about their products and services, helping them grow their business if that's what their focus is for that 10 minutes. And then the next one is I'm interested in a Chicks Connect Power Hour format. That's our version of a networking meeting, typically around a brunch or around a dinner time or happy hour. And so we have a template and a format for that as well. And then if you aren't interested in business at all, but you simply want to have fun and focus on philanthropy and fun, then that would be a Simply Social chapter. And if you don't know yet because you're just learning about all this, that's okay to mark that one as well. So then we go down and it says, tell us why you'd like to lead a chapter of Chicks Connect. So I'm going to open this up right now. I'm going to stop the screen share and I'm going to put you all on the spot. And just give a hand raise if you want to go first. So why do you want to launch a chapter of Chicks Connect? And I will, okay, Joe. All right, you go first.
No, I just think it's a great opportunity for people to get together, and I think sometimes when we live in a small community that you don't realize that there's people all over the place. So I look at this as the opportunity I had to meet you, Jules, like in Vegas. If I didn't have that opportunity, I wouldn't be here. So I think that's important for everyone to see, and it's available out there. So people searching, well, here's the spot.
That's great. That's great. And so let's put you on the spot right now. Our name is Chicks Connect. Did you have any reservation at all about being a guy and joining a Chicks Connect group?
No, I think it's great. I'm teaching, right? So when I first started, I was the only guy with 30 women on staff. So, it's not anything. So the teaching profession here, I don't know how it is in the States, but it is, predominantly women, and it's something that I'm used to. So it's fine. People are people, and it's great to get to know different kinds, and I'm enjoying this.
Great. Well, we're so glad that you've jumped on board and already signed up as an affiliate and soon to be member and soon to lead your own chapter. So, and really grow out the area in Niagara, Canada. So we're excited about that. All right, Stephanie, how about you?
I think it's a lot the same in many ways. It's a small community here, which would just be an awesome opportunity, not only for me to get involved and get to know a lot of people that already know each other, but just create another way that I'm not sure people connect here, as far as really creating something that not only encourages you to grow your business, but even think about it in different terms that maybe people haven't thought about it.
Excellent, excellent. All right, how about you, Sherry?
You mentioned launch. I'm not looking to launch. I'm looking to continue a Chicks Connect that we already have in place. So I didn't want to see it wither away because we didn't have a chair. So I'm a little bit different because my goal is to continue what we're already doing and becoming a consultant. There's three of us who would love to just keep up. That's why I'm connecting the way that I am.
Great, great. And Sherry brings up a really good point that we already have a lot of chapters in existence and our leadership rotates. And what we don't want to have happen is the chapter just to fall apart when the leader decides to move or go in a different direction or just needs to step down for a break and really wants to, take on a different leadership role. So every chapter is set up with different leadership roles, and they should be fluid so that every 6 months to a year you could revisit those. You can change leadership roles, you can change the actual facilitator and have someone else step up. Maybe it's time for you to go on and start a different chapter of your own. So all of that happens within the membership. And when we first started this, I remember there was a chapter in Lake Oswego where they had a really strong group, but 3 of the women felt really confident to go out and launch their own chapters. And although the leader was sad to see them go, she was excited that they felt empowered enough to go out and launch their own, and they're closer to home. So the idea is that everybody would be able to, the vision anyway, is that people wouldn't have to go more than 10, 15 minutes away from their home to find a Chick chapter. Because some of the biggest deterrents for us to go work out or go to a meeting or anything is the proximity to where you are to those locations. So if we can get people to launch chapters right in their own backyard, right in their own local community, then we're helping men and women join together in support of one another for personal and professional growth and development. And then we're also helping people by adopting those local charities as well with our give back component. So that's something that is really exciting as well. So thank you all for sharing why you're interested in launching a chapter. We'll go back to the application process here. All right.
The application, yay.
Yay. Okay. So the next question is, what is the vision that you have for your chapter, and how does it fit in with the Chicks Connect global vision? And you all kind of already answered that one within the why as well. So then we go on down to the Chicks Creed. And we'll just add men to this as well, but I'm connecting with amazing men and women. I'm helping others and providing massive value. I'm doing an inventory of my personal and professional life. I'm creating a strategic plan for growth in all areas of my life. I am knowing and loving myself and others, and I'm soaring to the top and celebrating my success. So if you understand the Chicks Creed, we ask that you check that and say that you understand it. And then I want you to take a moment and think about your talents, abilities, gifts, and skills. That's what that second question is asking. What are your tags? So obviously we've heard a couple of you have had a background in teaching. And so already that makes you excellent facilitators. So what are some other talents, abilities, gifts, and skills that you have? So Joe, let's start with you.
All right. So I'm taking the principal course, as you know, it's almost done, but a lot of it was building relationships and developing people. That was one of my goals for that course as well. I think that fits nicely in with this, the same kind of concepts. Organizing events, I mean, that's something we do on a daily basis at the school and at large. And like you said, and the accountability piece, I think that's something that I've been working on. And I continue to work on, and help people work on it as well. So partner up in the mentorship amongst each other. It's not just one leading the other; it's working together to overcome those areas that need growth.
Excellent, excellent. How about you, Stephanie?
Definitely networking skills. That's been something that I really focused on in 2015. Being able to, say, create an event, or certainly being able to follow the procedures that have already been set in place as far as how a meeting should look like. Even just being able to focus on asking questions about people and their business. What are they looking for? What are, their goals? What are they hoping to accomplish, within the group, and helping them to expand their thinking a little bit beyond, okay, I'm here, I pass out cards, and then what? So being able to kind of get creative juices that too.
I love it. I love it. Great. How about you, Sherry?
I find that I'm being probably far more than I'd like to be able to really be doing on my gift of being intuitive. I enjoy planning events, and I also frequently find that that's why it's so intuitive, because my gut is usually right about people, situations, and things. and I like to have opportunity to recognize things of others and help them to achieve their goals. And I think I'm a really great cheerleader for those who like cheerleaders and look up those, as well as learning to be able to pull out the talent and history in others.
That's great. And, you know, just that cheerleading that you mentioned, there's so many people that, you know, create their to-do lists and they're accountable and they get all these things done and they check them off, and they move to the next thing, the next level, the next step, but they don't sit in celebration of themselves, you know. And so to help them recognize that what they're doing is miraculous and that they need to take a moment and really celebrate themselves is a true gift. And so for you to be that cheerleader for them until they can start learning to do it on their own is a great asset. So yay, Sherry. All right. All right, so we move on through here and it says, oh, question?
No, thanks.
Okay. So it says, please read the Chicks Connect vision and foundation, which is on this next page. We're going to go over that. Sign below that you understand the Chicks Connect culture and our plans for growing our membership. So that's what that is. And now we talk about what is our vision and the whole foundation of this movement. So Chicks Connect is a mastermind support network dedicated to connecting women globally, and I'm going to put men and women in there, globally, and guiding them into action, holding them accountable for personal and professional growth and development, all built on a foundation of love, fun, friendship, service, and support. So we're going to start with the foundation of Chicks Connect in the love, fun, friendship, service, and support. I want to break that down so that we understand what each one of these things mean. So first of all, love. Being loving, tolerant, kind, and accepting of all people, our similarities and our differences. This includes race, gender, religion, and sexuality. It doesn't mean that we all have to agree, but we can show one another love and support while we're part of the Chicks Connect movement and following the culture of our organization. Men are welcome in our organization and they can start their own chapter groups as well. Chapter groups have the ability to set the culture and the parameters of their own group with prior approval from Chicks Connect. For example, if you want to be an industry exclusive chapter, that means one business per chapter, so one realtor, one loan officer, one Tupperware person, then just check with me first, because typically 95%, I'd say 98%, of our chapters are all inclusive, meaning anyone can join and we don't, you know, have one per business. But if you strictly want to be a leads group that just has one per business, we just need to know about that ahead of time so that we can let people know. Another one might be business professionals. So maybe you want your focus to be just on people that have their very own business, or maybe you just want a simply social chapter. So you can decide, you can leave it open for everything, or you can do kind of a niche type chapter if you want to. So are there questions about that first section?
Yeah, Jewel, just for the business, I know you're talking about a lifetime membership. Is that, like last time we were on Zoom, we talked about a lifetime membership. Now, is that something that, for example, a business, like they have a new employee and they need work and they want to invest in that employee through this program, is that something that they could sponsor and then move forward from there?
Yes, they can. So two separate things though. So one is a lifetime membership. So for $997, a member can become a member for life. They pay that fee one time. A business can also be a corporate sponsor. And so for $997, what that business is essentially doing is sponsoring in a member. Now they can rotate that member. So let's say the eye clinic that Stephanie works for, let's say that they sponsor a membership, a lifetime membership. So it'll say XYZ Eye Clinic. They may have Stephanie as the member for 3 years, but then they may have their new person as the member for 2 years, and then somebody else is the member, so they can change that membership around. They can also offer it as scholarships to someone, you know, maybe a college student or something. So those are two different programs. Did that answer your question?
Yeah, no, that's perfect.
Okay.
Yeah,
So the next section talks about fun. And, I tell people that I'm hardwired to work and I need to schedule the fun, where some people are like having fun all the time and they have to schedule their work. I'm a little bit the opposite. So I try to find really fun people to hang out with. And I wanted fun to be one of our founding principles because I want fun around me all the time because I need it. Otherwise, I would work too much. So the experience in Chicks Connect needs to be fun or don't do it. If you find that you aren't having fun in this organization, ask yourself, why am I not having fun? I personally am hardwired to work. I need to have fun. And I created this organization so that other women would give themselves permission to have fun as well. If you don't currently have something fun scheduled for your chapter or yourself, make it a priority today. So one of our leadership roles is the fun chick. And that person is in charge of scheduling fun activities. And a lot of times they'll invite the other chapters to join in, so it's not just chapter specific, and they'll bring guests and they'll go, we had a few chapters that have planned beach trips. We've had chapters that have gone rock digging and then found a gemstone and polished it up. That was kind of a really neat thing, maybe 2 or 3 years ago. We also have chapters that will go and paint, the Van Gogh painting and have wine and painting. Or potlucks and things like that. They'll go to First Friday Art Walk. They'll go see a chick flick. They'll do all sorts of things. So questions about the fun part? Awesome. Okay. Friendship. Women will naturally make friends in our network. Some will be with women in their local chapters, and some will be with women that they meet at an event, and some will connect over the internet and be so happy when they meet first time face to face. We've had people open their homes to one another without even knowing them. Beautiful memories are created and experiences are recorded in photographs that they post in our Facebook groups. So let's see, Sherry and Stephanie are both already members. Have either of you met someone online and then saw them in real life?
Yeah.
Stephanie, you're mute. Yeah, Stephanie, tell us about your experience.
So just recently when I was doing the Chick Life by Design chapter, I met Amy Van Dyke, who I think is a chick for about as long as I have been, actually, and I never met her, but she lives in New York. We met face to face today, actually. So it was really, really awesome after seeing her a couple times online to meet her face to face.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Sherry, has it happened to you too?
I found that I think I know the person already. I've gone to a couple of CCICs and I'll go up to them, another name. Didn't we meet? No, we didn't meet. I've been on Facebook with them so much that I think I know them already, and I'm following them on Facebook or whatever. And it's just great to be able to actually make a connection. Like, oh wow, this is crazy. It's almost like looking at a yearbook. My mother does this. She's been looking at the yearbook so long. She thinks she knows all the kids that are in the high school. And I'm doing the same thing with Chicks Connect on Facebook because it's a great way to continue to connect with them and go farther with the relationship. And I recognize you. You want to know more about them, about their business, and it gives them a reason to be on Facebook with it.
That's great. That's great. And having that connection for sure. Okay, the next one is service. So each chapter is responsible for adopting a charity of focus. So your time, donation of items, and sometimes money are given to the charity. And we can focus your charity in the Chicks Give Back section on the website. And being of service to others will not only be such a gracious gift to them, but it'll give us a chance to get out of our own headspace and focus on others. And so there's typically a leadership role called the charity chick. Like we have fun chicks, membership chick. The charity chick is the one that takes all the different information from the members of the group about what charity they would like to honor as being their kind of adopted charity for the year. And then they find out what that charity needs. So sometimes they, like one chapter adopted the homeless people downtown Portland, and they found out that they needed socks. And so they challenged all the other chapters to a sock drive. And so everyone was bringing in socks, and then, we had some winners and things like that. So that was a lot of fun. Other chapters adopt the military overseas, and they make little gift baskets during the holidays, little gift bags. and they mail them off to the military overseas. So it doesn't matter what your charity is. It might be, the SMART program, Start Making a Reader Today, and maybe the women, anywhere they go or they get new clients, they say, hey, I collect books for children for the SMART program. So if you ever want to donate any books, I'd love to be the recipient of those. So it doesn't mean that you all have to reach into your wallets and pull out all this money for your charity. It just means having, being of service top of mind, so that when you are encountering other people and events, that you can really promote your particular charity that you feature. So questions about being of service or the charity role? Okay, awesome. And then support, being there for one another in times of celebration, like we just talked about, and in times of sadness. So suiting up and showing up when you feel like you'd rather stay in bed. We don't have an attendance policy. Some networking groups, you get dinged if you don't show up. You have to pay money, or you have to find a replacement. We want you to want to be there because you're filling others up and you're getting filled up. So we don't want to have to take roll and things like that. We just want you to want to be there. How you do anything is how you do everything. So show up. Do you want to give 100%? Watch the support that the universe will show you when you do. So part of our agenda is that there's a 10-minute featured chick, and that particular member will have 10 minutes to share their business or share their passion or teach something or pose a question like, I'm really struggling with marketing in my business. I'd like my 10 minutes to be focused on different marketing ideas. And then the whole group brainstorms and gives you ideas on how to increase your marketing, if that's your challenge. So when it's your 10 minutes, of course, you're going to show up. But it's equally important for you to show up on other people's 10 minutes so you can be a contributor and a listener as well. So any questions on the support part? Awesome. Okay, so now the first part of our vision and mission statement. So Chicks Connect is a mastermind support network. So dedicated to connecting women globally, guiding them into action, and holding them accountable for personal and professional growth and development. So what does that mean? What is a mastermind? A mastermind group offers a combination of brainstorming, education, peer accountability, and support in a group setting to sharpen your business and personal skills. So this is really important, and I heard Joe mention a lot of these, the education, the accountability, support. So those were in his talents, abilities, gifts, and skills, which is great. A mastermind is not a class taught by one person, group coaching from the facilitator or leader, or networking and exchanging of leads. In Chicks Connect Mastermind Support Network, networking naturally occurs, but it's not the focus of our organization. We know that people do business with people they know, like, and trust, and we work hard to build friendships and trusting relationships in Chicks Connect. Sharing leads is not a requirement, but we welcome and encourage you to do business with your sister chicks, brother and sister chicks. So the other thing I want to mention in this piece is that at Chicks Connect, we do not vet the businesses. Meaning that just because you are a member of Chicks Connect and you're talking with another member of Chicks Connect, we don't know how either one of you conducts your business. So you need to make sure that you vet one another by finding out, if Stephanie is about to hire Joe, she's going to want to make sure that she finds out from other people Joe has worked with, other referrals, how well did he perform? Did he do what he said he was going to do? Was it for a fair price? And did he deliver on time? And did he do a nice job? And if so, then you go into that business relationship. So I did a little video on vetting, and we just want to make sure that you all are aware that just because you're in this membership doesn't mean that you're excellent at whatever it is you're doing, or that you're providing it for a fair price, or that you do what you say you're going to do. We certainly hope so, since we're all in personal growth and development, but we don't have control over any of that. So questions about what a mastermind is or isn't? No questions. All righty. All right, so what is a support network? Our support network, yeah.
Sorry, I let the dog in. She's stuck around the tree. I'll be right back.
Okay. Okay, so what is a support network? Our support network is online and offline. Some of you take advantage of all the online communities, support educational resources, and others of you enjoy the face-to-face meetings in the local chapters. Many of you do both. Know that there are women in our extended network that are there to answer questions, show you support, celebrate you, lend a shoulder to cry on, laugh with you, play with you, find you resources, share their experiences, and just hold you up. We go beyond business networking. So there is and you two know because you've been here for a while, but there is a strong personal element to Chicks Connect. And that's what makes it, special. And so, we depend on our community of supportive people to really hold us up when things aren't going well and to get us out of bed when we don't feel like coming to the meeting. So we do have a new membership role, a new leadership role called the Care Chick. And the Care Chick is there to send a quick text to someone who doesn't show up at the meeting. There are a lot of chapters that use their Facebook group really well, and they'll say, hey, can't make the meeting tonight. I can't find a babysitter. Or, hey, I won't be with you for the next 2 weeks because we're in Hawaii. So you know the intention of that person. They wanted to be there but couldn't, and they're telling you. But if you have a member not showing up and they haven't reached out to you, that Care Chicks can send a quick Facebook post or a quick text just saying, hey, we missed you tonight. We're thinking of you. How can we support you? Are you okay? Something like that. And then they know, oh my gosh, these people are for real. They care whether or not I'm there. And so that's the role of the Care Chick. So it shouldn't take long. You can do it right there in the meeting before you even leave. And so that's one of the leadership roles with that. Questions about that? Okay, so taking action. This is one of my favorite. Always moving forward and doing the next right thing. If you don't know what that next right thing is, ask the group. Some ideas will be perfect for you to try. Other ideas you may have already tried, and some just won't be the right fit. But something will happen if you take massive action, even if it turns out to be the wrong action. Keep moving forward and correct and continue along the way. Use the support of the group as you go. So does that make sense? Sometimes we get into a real comfortable situation and people might think it's an opportunity for you to show up week after week and complain about the same thing over and over and over again. So the idea with Chicks Connect is that definitely you would have a loving, caring heart the first time you hear that challenge. You'd offer some suggestions and solutions. And then the second time you heard that, you may listen a little bit more and say, okay, did you try any of those solutions or suggestions? And then by the third time, if that person is still complaining about the same problem, they may need a one-to-one chick chat, and say, okay, we can't use the time in our meeting, a half an hour of time to hear the same challenge that you're having. How can we take this, beyond the meeting and help you get this resolved? What kind of resources do you need? So in other words, it's not a bitch session, if that makes sense. So Sherry and Stephanie, you've been in the organization for a while. Is that the truth? Like we can go there and we can vent, but if we vent more than the same story more than a few times, does action take place typically?
Yes, typically.
Okay, typically.
In the kind way as possible.
Yes, in the kind way as possible. Stephanie, how about you?
What was the question again?
So if someone comes to the meeting and complains about the same thing week after week after week and they aren't taking any action to resolve that, does something usually happen within a couple of weeks that steers that person to taking action or getting the resources that they need?
Usually I don't find that that's been very common in the groups that I've been in. And I think if people are not kind of in the right mindset to really experience what Chicks Connect has to offer, I think they kind of, in a sense, wean themselves out. Or they are encouraged by other group members, hey, have you thought of this? Or have you tried that? We are there to obviously offer ideas and feedback. But yeah, if somebody isn't, moving forward towards whatever maybe they want, they're probably going to get feedback from somebody.
Yeah, yeah. And that's what I found. And sometimes it escalates to me, where the leaders have called me and said, we have someone that's monopolizing the meeting with their same issue that they've had. So we'll brainstorm some ideas as to what can be done, because we do want to be loving and supportive. But that person may need a counselor, or they may need, some other resources that aren't the responsibility of the chapter group. So we definitely want people to feel comfortable sharing and looking for resolution. And then what we want the person responsible to do is to then take action toward trying some of those things. Excellent. Okay, and then holding one another accountable for personal and professional growth and development. So we have weekly accountability check-in is a crucial part of the growth for you. So the agenda dictates a portion of the meeting to be checking in with one personal and one professional goal for the week. So real quickly to go over the agenda, I think I mentioned earlier about the first 20 minutes or so is talking about the weekly lesson. The next 10 minutes is the 10-minute featured member. And then after that is called the round robin. And so everyone goes around and states one personal goal and one professional goal that they have for the week. And you're setting that intention in front of all those people so that hopefully you will actually do what you say you're going to do. And your sister chicks are there to help you and celebrate you when you come back that next week and say, yes, I accomplished it, or no, I ran into a roadblock. This is what happened. How can I move forward? And again, correct and continue. So by identifying one thing in your business life and personal life, stating it out loud, having the members hold you accountable, and then celebrate your success the following week, it's going to be building the habit to ensure your success. If your goal wasn't met that week, tell the group why, ask for support, rephrase, repeat, readjust, go for it again. If you have a team of support, with Chicks Connect, so use it. So questions about that piece, the accountability piece. All right, we'll move on. Sherry, did you have a question, hon, or are you just getting back into position?
I just had to come back to the phone, and after we going over this, I think that
Okay, so this little last part is just some things that came to my mind as I was creating this. You will make mistakes along the way. How you react to them will be key. Loving yourself may be one of the hardest things to do, but it's the most rewarding. Life is short, live it up. Ask what you can do for the group. And that's what Stephanie talked about as well, really asking the question, what can I do for you? What can we do to grow our chapter? What can we do for one another? What can we do for our charity? So those type of questions are so great. And when everyone gets asked those questions, you will get your needs met within the group. And so that's the beautiful thing. You don't have to go in there thinking, what am I going to get? What am I going to get out of this? You can say, how much can I give today? Because if everyone has that attitude, we're all going to receive so beautifully. Understand your gifts and be courageous enough to share them with the group. Rise above and offer a hand to help others. Bring out the best in the people around you. Learn and grow every day. Accept responsibility for your actions. Make amends where needed. Read, laugh, love, hug, hold hands, play games, go outside and look at what's been created. Create your own beautiful life. Love yourself up and let your brilliance shine. So that, my friends, is the Chair Chick University application. And we accept all applicants. And so there isn't an application fee. It doesn't cost anything extra to be a leader of our chapters. You can lead as many as you want. You can attend as many as you want. Everyone in our organization pays the same $27 month after month. And everyone who refers members makes the same $10 month after month. And Joe, you have a Canadian exchange thing that we've talked about. And I think I was talking to some Canadians here at the RV park, and the problem isn't necessarily the paying for, but it's, so if I'm paying everyone $10 American and I pay you $10 American, it's only going to be like $6 Canadian. Is that correct?
Yeah, more or less.
Okay, so we need to figure out how to get you a little bit more money. So we'll make some kind of, we'll figure that out for.
Well, relative though, Julie, like if they're paying 27 Canadian, it's fine. Like I'm spending it here, right? It's okay. Like it's getting people together. So I mean, if it, the exchange is a barrier, I think, when you start saying 27 to 30, like over 30. But if you stay at 27, they'll pay that. And I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me if it's 6 or 10, whatever, right? So.
Okay, so if I say it's 27 Canadian, that's more like 35 American. Is that correct?
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
Okay, so somehow I just have to get a button for Canada to pay the 27.
Yeah.
Okay. So we'll figure that part out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll get that part figured out, and hey, that's what you have to do when you expand globally, right? You just figure it out as you go. That's awesome. So I want to open it up. We still have a little bit more time. I want to open it up to any questions. Somebody's ringing me. Miss Kathy Prager. Sorry, little missy. Okay. So Joe, let me state this before we move forward. So next week we talk about the ChairChick Toolkit. That's how to launch a chapter, how to run a chapter, all the leadership roles. It's kind of like the toolkit on how to be a leader. And so I'll upload that and you can peruse through it. The thing about it, it's like 43 pages. It's super big. But you could really launch a chapter in a 2-page document. So it's for the people that like a lot of details. And you don't have to have all those details, but know that anything you want to know, it's there. And the other thing that you can know is anything that you want to know, I'm here. And so just message me and I can, if it's not in that toolkit, we'll add it to it for future reference, but I'll also answer your questions. So that's class number 2. Class number 3 is how to market your chapter. So whether you have an existing chapter or not, you may want to grow it. And so we just brainstorm with one another on how to market our chapter. And then the 4th week is how to understand the website and the affiliate portal. So we take you through a walk through the website where everything is, and then we show you the affiliate back office and how to get your links and how to post those and things like that. So with that said, and knowing what's coming up, let's do this. Let's say, Joe, what questions do you have, and what date do you have for an anticipated launch date?
I was thinking May. That's the anticipated date. And that way my course and everything else is completed by then. Just going into it, right, I want to be fully prepared and ready to go. So after these 4 lessons and having the toolkit and having a chance to look at what you already sent, I think I'll be good to go for May. And I mean, if questions come up, I think I'll ask along the way as they come up. That's the best I could do for right now.
Okay, perfect. And I'm committed to make a Canadian Buy Now button.
Okay.
Okay, perfect. And Stephanie, what about you?
So I'm looking at May as well, because obviously I want to spend the time in ChairChick University and glean whatever else you have to share, because I know there's a lot there. Because I'm not even sure if I've ever looked at the toolkit. I think I've heard of bits and pieces here and there, so it'll be good to actually see everything. Person. So I'm thinking May, and now that I have a day job, I know that it'll be not that many of, so it will definitely be evening time. I'm leaning towards Monday, but I haven't quite nailed that down.
Okay, and then Sherry, are you thinking of co-chairing when Maria steps down? Is that correct?
Yes, there should be 3 of us.
Triple co-chair. Okay, awesome.
There you go.
And do you have any questions for me?
I do not. Very excited about all this being shared and the opportunity to just connect more people in ways that are meaningful.
Excellent, excellent. Okay, and we'll figure all of this out, and we'll have affiliate links for all the affiliates so that they too can refer to that Canadian Buy Now button. So it'll be different than the American button, and we'll get all that part figured out in this next week. So this doesn't apply to Joe unless he's flying out for the event, but we have an event at the end of April 29, 30, and May 1st, And Stephanie, are you coming to that?
I have another commitment that weekend, so I will not be able to make it.
Okay, how about...
It'll be the first CCIC I have.
Oh, and we will miss you.
Oh,
Yeah, how about you, Sherry? Are you coming?
yes, I'm coming. I've been inviting, as well as have another person from our own business who's not a chick that I invited to come so that we could get opportunity to get her involved in the Vancouver Chicks as soon as possible.
Great, great. And if you can encourage everyone that you run into to purchase their meal ticket, we have to sell 100 in order to use that facility, and we've only sold 6. So,
Oh my, I didn't mention it to her.
yeah. So I'm going to be really going overboard on the posting, but we need to know 14 days before the event. So by the 15th, we need 100 sold in order to get that space. So,
per city, per meal, or
yes,
a whole total of 100?
No, 100 per meal.
Wow.
Yeah. So,
oh my.
Yeah. So we have some work to do.
Yeah,
We've never had 100 people at an event, so I'm curious as to why they chose 100, but that's okay. We'll figure it out.
Miracles, I believe.
I know we're gonna all have to believe on this one. So put your prayers in place, and you all have a wonderful evening. And just reach out anytime.
All right, thank you, Jules.
Thank you
All
so
right,
much.
we'll see you next week.
See
Bye
ya.
bye.
Okay, bye-bye.